Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I certainly hope it was contested. And I would hope it was because, as we just talked about during this question and answer, and I'm done with my questions for the kind gentleman from Hamden, but through the back and forth, we discovered the fact that the way that these individuals operate is that they are supervisors. They run the day-to-day operations of these facilities. They tell employees what their work shifts are going to be, who's going to cover what position, so on and so forth. By definition, supervisors. In fact, I believe their union is called the Corrections Supervisors Union. And then we find out that they only report to one person, and that's the warden that oversees them, management. And then that warden only reports to the commissioner. So what we have here today is an arbitrated union contract for a group of management. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not what the union was designed for. Management is management. They are supposed to manage. Unions are designed to protect the workforce, the worker, those individuals below management that are told what to do and said how they are supposed to do things. That is the purpose of the union in many cases, is so that they can collectively bargain because they do not have the ability to set those things. What we have here before us today is an arbitrated contract for a group of management, supervisors, people that should not, in my opinion, be allowed to unionize in the first place, so I certainly hope the state challenged it. I doubt that they did, given the past record of state allowing attorney generals and other lawyers who are classically trained in negotiation to become union members. This is the exact example of why we're in the trouble we're in today. Because we have allowed these types of contracts with automatic pay raises, no layoffs allowed, to go into effect and then be arbitrated and passed through, most likely with the support of this General Assembly. Ladies and gentlemen, I would ask that this esteemed House please vote against this contract, not because those deputy wardens don't do a great job. I am sure that they do. I fully respect anybody who walks into that prison every day to keep our inmates safe, keep their fellow workers safe, because it's a critical role of our society, ruled by law, that we have a corrections system and that these individuals exist. I fully respect the fact that many of them most likely do not get paid the same amount that their corrections officers probably do get paid with their overtime. That I do respect. But why I ask that this House reject this here today is because it is a vote on a contract for management, not a vote for a contract for workers that would traditionally be the ones allowed to unionize. And I am certainly not an expert in labor law. That is far from my wheelhouse. However, just on a basic search, from what I could find, these individuals in the private sector most likely would not qualify for union membership. The National Labor Relations Board would most likely reject their union membership if they were in the private sector. But as we all know, the government sector does not fall under those federal laws. So through you, Madam Speaker, I respectfully ask that this House reject this contract, that we go back to the drawing table and perhaps look at whether or not these types of units should ever be allowed to unionize in the first place. Thank you.